Alrighty then, what is up everyone? I just to let you know I have allergies, and I'm filming this right after the manga one that I just filmed recently on Luna Does the Vlog thing. I know this is kind of more like a opinions are magic, stepping back into anime kind of thing, but it's nice to have this in a series that hopefully will be long running on my channel and will be used frequently. Excuse me. That sneeze hurt my chest. I'm having really bad allergies, and it hurts all right here. Alright, I'm probably gonna die. Okay, continuing on, I apologize. Like I said, you can probably get to see me sniffling and rubbing my nose constantly over and over again. That's because allergies, people, they fuck with you. But going on here, I'm gonna be talking about how I got into anime. If you guys really want to, you can tell me how you got into anime. I love reading the comments. I read almost every single comment. So here we go. Unless it's like flagged, but when it's flagged, when it's posted, I don't get a notification for it. So that means you've been fucking up. Personally, on your channel, you've been fucking up. But anyway, going on with this, you know, my first anime. Obviously, first anime that I knew it was anime. You know, I've watched the Dragon Ball Z's, I've watched the Trigons, I watched the Cowboy Bebops, I've watched the S-Cryets, I've watched the Full Metal Alchemist, I've watched the just trying to keep going on more with stuff that I've watched, the Yu Yu Hakusho's, trying to bring in more, the Cyborg 009, the Zack spells, or the Gash spells, you know, all this stuff before I thought it was, anime. You know, the Pokemon. Pokemon's an anime. A very shit anime. Digimon's a superb anime. Way better than Pokemon, definitely. But the reason Pokemon won was because, you know, video games. Because the Digimon video games, if you didn't know, the Digimon video games play like what the original Pokemon games were supposed to be. Where you have a meter, and each move does specific moves. That does specific types of stuff. So let's say it's like a MP meter, I guess you could say. A move does 17 MP, and you have 100 MP. And guess what? You have 83 MP now. So obviously, big mega moves, you know, that's what they were, so that was shit. And you see how Pokemon kind of did the PowerPoint system, so. I apologize. But, yeah, we all know who ended up winning that war. So, going on with this, what got me into anime? You know, the thing that I knew that was anime, when I got into anime, you know, I knew this guy, his name was Rocky Glover, right? He was a great friend. A terrible tragedy happened in his life that made him that should have made him a better person, but made him off into this terrible fucking human being. You know, even worse than me. You guys think I'm bad. You know, this guy, we were best friends, you know, I would go to his house every single day, every single weekend, we would, like, do sleepovers and stuff, you know, his mom, you know, took me in. You know, just in case, like, if I had any issues with my stepdad, you know, I could come over any time and they'll take care of me and try to figure stuff out and all that stuff. And which I have done that once before when me and him weren't friends and his mom took me in and then he just had to deal with me, which was fun. So that's great to have. I experienced something pretty great for about 8 years' time, and then it all ended in high school. But this guy, you know, he knew what anime was beforehand, you know. He loved Full Metal Alchemist. This guy jizzed over Scar. You know, he would create characters in image of Scar and everything along those lines. I apologize. Excuse me. And so it was around this 2006-2005 time when Naruto was coming out, right? And we would hang out all the time. We would watch Adult Swim and all this wonderful stuff. I think Toonami was still around back when. I think we watched it on Toonami, which I didn't know it was Toonami at that time. To be honest with you, I watched Toonami before that. Obviously, to watch the Dragon Ball Z's, the Yu Yu Hakusho's, all those wonderful, all those wonderful animes, and I knew it was Toonami then, but when I was watching Naruto, I didn't know it was Toonami because we were turning on that and not watch anything afterwards. we would watch Naruto. When we learned what Naruto was, we Googled it. This was my first time experiencing what the internet was for the first time. And definitely figure it out that there's an extra 100 episodes beyond the English dub and what we're seeing. I believe somewhere around where the tuning exam started, me and him actually started getting into watching the Japanese episodes, and I definitely watched all the way up until I think it was like episode 190 plus, I believe, before they went into Shippuden. I believe the manga went into Shippuden, but at that time the anime didn't make that transition. It was just a bunch of fucking filler, people, a shit ton of filler, and and then I learned about the manga, and I got into manga again through that, because I was like, oh wait, I remember reading this back when I was reading Tsubasa Chronicles, or whoever made XXX Holic. Whoever made that also made that series I'm trying to say. I think I'm saying it wrong. I enjoyed that series, and Tokyo Mew Mew with the fairy girl. I forgot her name. She's like a bunny kitty mix. I don't know. It's weird. But then I started getting into anime over that. Now I was those hardcore, people think of like Naruto tards. I was big heavy on that. And something else that I was also interested in was Full Metal Alchemist, but I was like, oh, Full Metal Alchemist is not as great as Naruto. I was kind of that kid, which that is disgusting for me to say, and I wanted to slap myself in the face. And back then, you shut the fuck up. You don't say that ever again. Because Full Metal Alchemist is my favorite anime, people. That's all time. Brotherhood, the shit, people. Definitely one of the better ones. I'm definitely one of the animes that actually gets, people who aren't into anime. It's one of those animes. But yeah, Naruto was the one. I was a hardcore Naruto. My friend got like Akashiki gown. I think it's Akashiki. I believe back then I call it Akatsuki, or something along those lines. But yeah. That was my first anime that I got into, and because of that, I was able to get into a whole bunch of other things. And that also led to me getting into manga on the interwebs, on different sites, like One Manga, Manga Here, Manga Fox. Just name some. Manga Stream, if you want correct translations for the big three and say-sos. But, thanks to Naruto, now that I don't really like it now, I stopped rating it sometime around Jiraiya died, because he was my favorite character. And then I had a bitch fit about that. And then I stopped reading it, and I moved on to other and greater things, like One Piece, and Bleach, which was not in its brightest time at that time. But it got better. The beginning was pretty great, and then it's starting to get really good now. Taking 5 fucking weeks taking 5 weeks off so you could draw the final fight in Bleach. The mangaka is doing that. And that is ridiculous. This guy's exceptionally good on his character designs, and the fights are beautiful if you understand what's fucking going on. This guy uses too much black, but when the fights are good, they're fucking great. He's probably one of the best guys at drawing them. But I'm sure there's probably someone else like, this guy better. There's always something along those lines with the anime community or anything along those lines of videos that I make. There's a lot of dicks. A lot of dicks, just like in any community. But yeah, that's the thing that brought me into anime, into who I was now. If I've watched a lot of series before I even knew it was anime, and that's not even a lot to a lot of people. Those aren't even a creme de la creme of most. I've started watching a lot more. I stopped on and off because I didn't have internet all the time. People, we weren't stable enough to have an internet of any sort. So it was kind of on and off of the series I would watch and read. And I wouldn't want to travel too far because I would waste, internet time. We would only have our internet on for like 3 months or a month a month, and then a half a year it's gone, and then we'll have it for like 3 to 4 months, and then it's gone. And it was kind of like this big thing going through high school, me not having internet. And a big part of me getting to manga was, reading it at school during my shop class, which it wasn't shop class anymore. It was technical sciences or something along those lines. I don't know, something fucking weird. We did we could train to be an electrician, a detective, work in robotics, hydraulics, space, whatever, building airplanes, building a car, which we did make cars, which were great, out of wood, obviously. I'm trying to remember what else. I think that is about it. I know there's more stuff in there, but I can't recall. But, you know, there's technical training bullshit. Oh, floor plans! Creating houses. I love that. That was the best. That was the most fun I've ever had. I learned that I was very, very good at making floor plans, and I'm very good at this construction shit and planning and creating structures and all that stuff. I was pretty great. But I would take a lot more time than most people did because, you know, I would just play around for a little bit and figure out, see what things do, see how they work, and then, you know, go. I literally made structures on a computer with this, you know, program, and I made floor plans out of them, you know, by hand and all this stuff. You know, it was great. We obviously would work on the computers, and those computers would have to be connected to the internet, and to be able to have those programs work. And so, you know, when I'm done or I finish my work early, since I would go there in the beginning of the day, you know, we had a little bit of extra time in the beginning of the day. I would, you know, I would come to school early and take 30 minutes, to read manga, you know, and get into things like Bleach and One Piece and To Love Ru and Ice Shield 21, which was the shit. And Bakuman, which I never got to finish Bakuman, now I'm thinking about it. But, you know, I started getting into whole other things, and definitely, you know, that made me grow a lot more into liking a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, I'm very, you know, compared to a lot of people, if I literally wrote down a lot of the animes that I've watched, it's probably more than like 35 plus, and mangas that I've read will probably be less than that. So it's kind of, you know, I'm not that robust within this thing because I never really had the time to do so. But now that I had the time to do so, I'm getting into stuff that I've never watched before, or that I didn't really get into, or anything along those lines, you know. And which I'll talk about into a different video, which I'll try to go through quickly about everything that I've watched, maybe find almost everything I possibly can and tell you guys what I probably watched, and give my thoughts on if you should watch it or not. But it probably won't be a long video. It's just going to be a list video of me reading off everything, and it's probably going to be in the description also. But yeah, that is about it, and this is almost 13 minutes now. What the fuck? At least it's a great time saver. It's 9:10 p.m. right now. If you guys don't want to know the date, let's see. Wait till it dims. Also, if you're wondering what that background picture is, which I don't know why I didn't take it off, it's something that my ex-girlfriend drew for me. I just really liked it. I just want to kept it there. But it's August 6th. It's 9:10 p.m. Come on, dim. Oh, you guys could barely read it. Usually it focuses, but now it's not. It's August 6th, Tuesday, 9:10 p.m. You know, I made 3 of these videos today. That's pretty damn good. Giving you guys a diverse thing of content, because, you know, back when I was doing different kind of series. I was doing the manga series, and I do have a video game series on right now. Not like a Let's Play, but like a review impressions kind of series. I don't want to do a review because I don't think I'm a very good reviewer. But I could give my bootleg thoughts on everything. What is this, Mario? What the fuck is this? There's a bunch of Luigi's. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Sorry, I have the TV right next to me, so you may be seeing the lights flash in the back, if you guys were wondering. But yeah, that's pretty much, you know, I had those different series, which they're still around. It's just that they're not done frequently because I'm not beating games a lot faster. But now I'm slowing down. I'm actually finishing games a lot quicker than I usually would. Way quicker than I usually do. But yeah, I think that is about it for this video. I apologize if this was a waste of your time, but I'm glad if you watched this video, and I love your faces. So until next time, as always, Excelsior.